Hello everyone. I'm going to talk to you today about not my wisdom and not our wisdom. It's all about God's wisdom. I'm going to talk to you today. I'm coming out of Proverbs chapter 1, verse number 5. It says, "A wise man will hear and increase in learning, and a man of understanding will acquire wise counsel." A wise man will hear and increase in learning, and a man of understanding will acquire wise counsel. There's so many times in this world we have preconceived notions of what we want, what we desire, what we think is right, what we think is wrong. Well, we got to take all that stuff and put it to the side, because that's not what it's talking about at all. What it's talking about is a wise man. Let me come over here to Proverbs chapter 2. Verse 7 says, "He," talking about God, "God stores up sound wisdom for the upright." Now this is not wisdom is not knowledge. Knowledge is a totally different thing. You can have so many degrees, you can have so much knowledge, you can be smart, book smart, and everything else, but still be foolish as everything. It's not talking about that. It's talking about God's wisdom, the way you use knowledge. You can say maybe like a street smart, but yet it's a God smart. It's not that it comes from inside of us, but it comes from Him. His wisdom that He stores up for the upright in heart. And He gives His wisdom to us through His Holy Spirit. Now it says, a wise man will attain unto, now it said, a wise man will hear and increase in learning. Now, if I have my own preconceived notion, let's say I want, now I'm not going to mention, whatever kind of truck, whether it's this brand, that brand, this brand, that brand, but I've got a preconceived notion because I like the way it looks, and I like what I see on it, and and I ride in this truck and I like the way it rides and everything. But yet, if I don't seek God first on it, or if I don't seek some reviews from folks who has had this particular vehicle and see what kind of problems are lurking under the hood that I will run into down the road, or what kind of issues these other folks are having that I will have later down the road, then I'm not being wise at all. If I just, headstrong and I want it the way I want it, and that's that. I've always bought this, I've always bought that, I've always voted this way, I've always voted that way. No, it says a wise man will hear and increase learning. It's not that you've got your preconceived notion of, I know it's going to be the right way because that's always the way I look at things, always the way I do things, there's always the right way. No, go things with a clear mind. Listen with your ears, because you've got 2 ears to listen with, you've got 2 eyes to see with, and you've only got 1 mouth. So maybe you can hear something, keep your eyes open, see what you see. There'll be all kinds of people that could say all sorts of falsehoods and lies. They lied on Jesus. They had a kangaroo court. They railroaded Him at nighttime. It was all illegal. The court they put Jesus through. And you think the world was going to be kinder now to God's people? Look here. It also says a wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will acquire wise counsel. Now, if he's a wise man, why he got to acquire wise counsel? Why can't he just listen to himself, right? Because he's a wise man. No, 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 no. That's similar to, you know, when someone goes to court and they have a jury trial, they have 12 jurors of their peers, and they present the case before the judge and before the jury, and then the jury goes behind closed door and considers everything, all the facts and everything that they've heard and that was presented to them to see whether or not this person is innocent or guilty. You don't just take one thing at somebody. Now, one thing, I have met folks and I've heard folks say this about them or that about them. I like to go to folks with an open mind and keep my eyes open and my ears open and just give people the benefit of the doubt until I doubt the benefit of doing so. Yes, I give people the benefit of the doubt. I believe God would have us to do that. I don't want to make, let somebody else tell me what to think about somebody or something. I like for God to let me know what to think about somebody or something. And if I'm a wise man, it says I will acquire wise counsel. Not going out here and just gossiping on the phone or talking at the water cooler at work. Or seek out people with the wisdom of God about them. It's not our wisdom, it's God's wisdom. To acquire wise counsel. That may mean I'll change my mind on something. Matter of fact, over the years I have changed my mind about some things because I was closed-minded until God got doing the work in my heart and in my life and brought me by some folks who had more wisdom about them. And it took several years for some things that I was so legalistic about to just be melted away and realize some things just don't matter. You don't want to fight everything that comes your way. You're gonna be busy fighting everything. You're like fighting a buzzsaw. I pick my battles, I pick my fights, and I live to fight another day. Some things are just so petty, so foolish, it's just not worth my time and effort to get in a battle that, like a friend of mine said, that I don't have a dog in. I don't have a dog in that fight, and it really doesn't matter to me. So let's read this one more time. A wise man will hear, okay? A wise man will use his ears to hear. A wise man will hear and increase in learning. It doesn't say a wise man will start yammering. What I think, what I want, what I see. Wise man will hear. In other words, keep your mouth shut sometime. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes and your ears open. You'll learn more. Wise man will hear and increase in learning. He'll learn something. The man of understanding, that same wise man, he will acquire wise counsel. And also, let's not forget over here in Proverbs chapter 2, verse 7, first part, where it says, he stores up sound wisdom for the upright. Well, let's not go through life with our preconceived notions but matter of fact, a lot of our preconceived notions is handed down to us from other folks that really don't know the north end of a southbound mule. Look, say what? I know what other folks have told me, Keep your eyes and your ears open, your mouth shut, and learn something. You might learn that you've been taught wrong. There you go. Until next time, this is Squirrel signing off.